Let's see what we've got for each other.
War is the only constant. Anything else is a lie. This place would starve without us.
Yes. Acknowledged. Thank you, thank you.
Why are we sending Guardians to die? Why?
Eververse trades in goods we feel enhance a Guardian's journey.
Guardian.
Eververse
Let's check.
isn't just a
You must have
title,
messages.
it's a promise.
What can I do for you, Warlock?
War is the only constant. Anything else is a lie.
If we're gonna stay here, we should be building more ships. That's all I'm saying.
Remain vigilant, Guardian. We may never quite
Has
be as
something been
safe
chewing
as
on
we
me?
think.
They've got plenty left, even after the attack.
So we don't know what we're doing. Got it.
At least someone could put this to good use.
Guardian, down. Guardian, down. Guardian down.
Guardian down. Guardian down. Guardian down. Guardian down. Guardian down. Guardian down.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, sorry, I think it's just easier if we actually all talk in this rather than typing.
No, yeah, I know. I was saying there's a cheat that you can do if we all die and someone with Xenophase just does the oracles, and then we all spawn in on damage. It does like a glitch, and then it'll just skip everything.
Is that not, that's for Templar though, not the Oracles part?
No, that's for this one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it works for both.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't mind like doing it that way, but that's something
It's alright, we
can
can
coordinate for it.
Guardian down.
I don't think the I'm up to the Strand Slammer that I need to be doing.
Who's doing Xeno? That was close. Fell off. Bro, it was left.
Guardian down. Guardian down.
It's left, right, middle.
Appreciate it, thank you. I can run around you if you know.
Oh, I missed the second one, but
Right,
it's
right.
it's the first.
1, 2, and then it's 3, 4.
Can't see. I didn't even see the second one. Yikes, that was far.
1,
Oh shoot. I'm just gonna shoot this one.
2,
Crap. No, we gotta stay on that.
no, guys, you need
Guardian
to
down.
wait, otherwise you'll die.
Guardian down.
I don't know.
It's right, and then it's the far side. Oh my gosh. And then this.
No.
Bro. Hmm. One sec. Okay. Are we waiting for someone?
I think we've got the, yeah, there's some guys coming in from orbit.
Also, I can stand on the. I'll stand on the right side if you want to stand on the left, because sometimes,
Yeah, like,
or vice versa. I'll get that one, and this one, and then sometimes I just miss this guy right here.
that's fine. I can take
So,
I can take the 3 that spawn here, and then we can both like take the one in middle. So
that sounds good. We should be able to get it with that.
Yeah.
All right, I just need to add clear from the hobs up top. All right, I've got my first 2, and then it's your side.
Yep. Got it.
for it. I need Faded to stay up there for the hobgoblins. You got it's your first two than mine.
Yeah.
I got mine.
Last one. Go. 1. 1 and 3.
Okay.
5. 1.
Your ears. I got mine. Go. Okay, you shoot your third one.
Got 1.
I got my fourth one and the last one.
Right, done.
I need ag clear up top here.
Got 2, 3, 4. I've got 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Alright, I've only got 2 on my side. Alright, I got the first and last one, the rest are on your side.
Yep.
First one's done.
And...
It's right, it's right. You got it?
Yep, you got it.
Alright. Should be it.
And we've got 1 more.
I need ag clear up top. Someone stay up top. Graham, I need you to come up top. That's not right. Graham, go. Come up top right. Stay up there and kill it. We got the first 2.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Alright, I got the first 2 and then the last one. There's 1. There's 2. The rest are yours.
3, 4, 5, and 6.
And then I got this one.
Yep, that should be it.
Alright.
Right, nice. That should be it now. Right.
Alright, nice job.
Nice one. Cheers for that, appreciate it.
Nice, I got a shoddy. Let me see the roll of this thing. Oh gosh, that's horrible.
Always is. I just need the fucking class item.
I'm trying to get the checkpoint for the last one. I'm trying to get a good Fatebringer PvP roll. They added Luna's Howl to that thing.
Yeah, I noticed. Looks nasty. I need the full armor set with all the bonuses so I can get the 4-piece bonus.
What is everyone rally?
Yeah, I think so. Do we want everyone just to kill themselves and one person do relic?
Yeah, that's what I was meaning for this part.
Right, okay.
Alright. You know how to do the relic?
Yeah, I can do the relic.
You wanna do it? And
Yeah, I
then
can
I'm
do
pretty sure we all revive at like...
It's like
1
158 or something.
130, 158. I forgot, I get mixed up with the other one.
Do you want
Everyone's gonna jump off the edge. Only one person's gonna be alive for relic, and then we're gonna spawn in for damage. Damage is gonna be right here. If you're popping, I'm gonna be standing right here.
do you want me to also run and do a designated teleport stop?
No, don't revive him. Don't revive him. Don't revive him. No. We're gonna all wipe, and then one person's gonna stay alive and hold the cure, and then we're gonna all revive once he shoots his like shockwave. I forgot which time it was, but we'll call it out. Once he shoots his shockwave, we'll all revive, and then it's damage right here.
Guardian down.
Yeah.
Yep, sounds good. I can block the teleport. Just if I get bubbled, just remember and pop me out.
No, don't revive. Don't revive. Don't revive. Everyone jump off the edge.
Down.
We're bro.
Guardian down.
Can he hear us? Alright, there we go.
Guardian down.
I don't know. How many revives does it say we have left?
I don't think it matters in this point.
Oh, does
because
it?
we haven't
Okay, we're
started
good,
the-
we're good.
Yeah, we haven't started the encounter, so there's no tokens. Alright, I'm gonna grab it.
Alright, no one revive till he shoots his little shockwave. Graham, are you gonna tether?
Can't do it. Alright. Respawn.
Wait, is it now?
Yep, go.
Oh shoot, you gotta shoot us out. Shoot us out. There we go. Oh, shoot us out, shoot us out, shoot us out.
Guardian down.
We're close. Maybe? Right. We're so close. We got that. That was cooked at the start.
Yeah.
Guardian down.
We can totally one-phase that. Oh, we got a mark. We're cooked.
Guardian down.
That's fine. We can one-phase that.
Guardian down.
Wipe it then.
Yeah. When do you go in? I think we spawned in early. It's you can't hit a headshot as well.
Guardian down. Guardian.
Alright. Ready.
Right up.
It's 1 minute 56 seconds. We got 1:56. I believe.
Yeah, approximately then. Alright.
Yes.
Get up. There you go.
Crap, shoot it out, shoot us out, shoot us out. I don't know why that happened. Come on. Shoot us out.
take that. Not bad at all.
You got a Fatebringer from that? How'd you do? Oh, what? I didn't know you could do that. Oh, shoot. Grim, that was the encounter. I thought it was the last encounter. I got it wrong. Whoops. Is it time, Grim?
Is it what, sorry?
I'm not gonna lie, we might have, it's, that, Ark is my brother, by the way, but his car broke down, he's gotta go to work.
Okay.
Sorry about that, but
No, that's fine.
appreciate getting this far.
No, no worries. Not even my run anyway, but...
You done, Graham? Oh, when are you back? Oh, okay. That's okay. Okay. I'm dipping. Later, y'all.
Gotcha.
is looking to seal the deal.
Let's go! To the playoffs!
Tier 1 teams entered. Only one escaped the locks of the challengers. And take Eintracht Frankfurt to the playoffs.
Breezy's getting away with all of it, scot-free, and finding nearly 4 for his efforts as well. We're down to the knives. That puts them in a position, an advantage. Kamek finally sees 4 targets, and guess what? Time working against him, and he needs the last, but Hezekiah, please keep away. An effective round from Job Life there. Kachao the one to deny, still continues from rafters, just firing down with electricity. The second finds Unfake with the second busy, and Hezekiah combining with the rest of Fireflux. Kachao up high. Oh my god! Unbelievable stuff. Kachao shows that, looking for the next one. Unbelievable! But Hezekiah once again, keeping things in Fireflux's favour. From unsigned to playoffs, Fireflux have not missed a beat. Bye-bye, Doma. Bye-bye. Boom!
Hey!
Hi, Tom.
Alberto was looking for you, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, you better get there
Okay,
quick.
I'll go check.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Tom Biz. You've had your fun. It's my turn.
Want to find your fastest server every time? Express like a pro and optimize your connection in one tap. Express and game without ISP throttling. Express and shield yourself from DDoS attacks. Express and choose the VPN trusted by gamers everywhere. Express VPN. Experience gaming the Express way. Fast, stable, competitive. Outplay the world. It's time to Express. Unlock free cosmetics, including Lightning Kicks Buddy and more. Scan to subscribe.
And the winners.
4 years of history. No team has ever lifted our trophy outside of Berlin. But that's about to change. VCT EMEA goes on its first ever roadshow. And it's coming to Barcelona. Our biggest crowd, our biggest stage, and a trophy lift under Spanish skies. We will be there. Will you?
Let's do something crazy, get a bit wild today, 'cause we don't do this every day and we deserve it. Life is so amazing, nothing is in our way. Baby, let's fly away. Do you feel it? Is your heart rushing the way my heart's rushing when you take it all in? Baby, this is where we come alive. Do you feel it? Take the world by storm, 'cause you and I can't believe it took so long to realize what makes us we should. We'll feed the fire. Let's see it through and let go of what's holding us back. Just light it up and we'll burn through the past and take it higher. Is your heart rushing the way my heart's rushing when you take it all in? Baby, this is where we come alive. Do you feel it? Take the world by storm.
Like down in the first place, but it's all the same for G2. A win is a win. Eventually, Mimi will get on the board in round number 11. It is flawless by G2. 8-3 sum up. One to play here for G2's attack.
We mentioned the orbs being funneled in towards Mimi. We still have Akitas online and available. Mates, anything jumping out to you except Marty's dimensional drift? Great for a retake, but given the way they've stacked, it doesn't look like they want to give up the C site. Playing to hold it, 3 players strong. D2 posturing up for a garage split. Mimi likely to pick up this orb on long. He's trying to. Oh. Here we go, run it back. Keita spotted the arm of Marty, but deceived into the peak. Eva will have a trade, and Mimi's got another. The run it back, finding success out towards the C site. She jumps through Nami to get in the smoke that the attackers had put down, but Eva holding the outskirts of it, leaving Wenz and Tokamite 2 on 4. This is G2's world. They are going to be up 9-3 unless Wenz wins the 1 on 4. She'll swing, but no connection after the first. Mimi draws the curtain of our first set of 12. The decider of Haven in favor of G2, but we know that Gentlemates are made of a comeback. Let's see if they can deliver right after this.
Red Bull gives you wings.
You don't think you gotta work hard to see your name on a star on Hollywood Boulevard. You wanna run the world? No, you want the whole wide world to run around you. To make your fantasy, you gotta work harder. You gotta work harder. Turn into reality. You gotta work harder. You gotta work harder. You gotta work harder. Yeah. You gotta work harder. You gotta work harder. Ooh, harder. You gotta work harder. Ooh. Life's not always VIP. Rooftop parties, yachts on the sea. You gotta push further. You wanna run the world?
Gentlemates really are hoping that this scoreline is cursed because they are 4 rounds away from being sent to the lower bracket. G2's recovery after sunset has been very one-sided. As I left off on the note of being that we know that Gentlemates are more than capable of coming back, they're going to need to exercise that knowledge and prowess that they've had in the first 2 stages. The Game Changers EMEA circuit. See if G2 lock things down here with a pistol.
Oh, man.
All right. Eva getting nerdy outside A long. And it's a beautifully well-worked opener, but it won't last forever. Mimi aggressive in garage, and Akita now spotted by the camera. Trying to push through here. The Yoru swinging with the Soba. Now, the scales tip in favour of the Gentlemate side as Marty's there to pick up the pieces.
Gotta be careful. Timing of the peak working out in favour of Eva. Forcing the hand of the remaining mates players. Have to find something over towards the C side, but Vanya and Amy are here. Around the world, but it's being watchful.
Amy's so ready for that. Like
Wenz also wanted to give it a look. Spike down, arm spotted, Vania looking for it. Oh, Wenz! She found her first before that though. Amy removed, it's all on Eva, 1 versus 1. She'll walk up, catches Wenz out in the open, shot dart to try and stop Wenz! A quad kill, a Red Bull clutch, and one hell of a way to introduce Gentlemates into this second half. It felt like a guarantee for G2 Gozen, but it's not over until the spike was defused. And there was a fantastic piece of work from Wenz in the middle of all of that. I mean, look at this. B1, Eva rotating in, just can't get the job done. 4K in the pistol summer. The door has been left ajar.
Whether they can take full advantage of it. Keep it on a crack and push it further. It wide open, but GT is still in the driver's seat when you're looking towards the round short. Not necessarily in this one. Pistols galore.
Be a lethal jump spot here. Oh my god! Marty just knew what Eva was going to get up to in that round. Confident as well. It's the Marshall. Head ripped off her shoulders. Vania deleted by Wenz. Now, we'll start falling off here for G2 Gozen. Any damage would have been nice. Marty, Guardian Angel of the Gentlemate side, now knowing where Amy is located. The Guardian of Berry X to close things out.
Keeping it relatively clean. Great signs for the mates' sides. At this nasty little shot. Had another couple on the follow-up. The scoped first shots are always just the warning shots. Marty, it's the no scope follow-up.
Better accuracy firing the Marshall from the hip than she did looking down the barrel.
Giving them an opportunity, just the warning shot. It isn't going to do mates all that well when they're down in the series. Has to make them lethal. Bit of bonus. Just that. Flash out the smoke. Anya cut off.
Spike planted.
You know what?
Like how they're getting aggressive.
I was going to say, it's very deep control towards A-Link. This is just locked Keita and Eva out of this retake. Still a 5v5. There are still opportunities. The flash to go wide. Starting to flood on out now with these G2 players from Garage. It's a dink, a kill, a follow-up. Berry X finding good news. The body spam as well. Okay, it's flawless on the bonus for Gentlemates. The score is now 9-6. The gap reduced to 3. It is getting scary for G2 Gozen.
That's a lovely little setup from the mate side, though obviously finding their way through into B, but further going aggressive. Marty ends up in A heaven. You also have a crossfire setup for the Garage push, and there's a 3-2-1 go for the G2 side from both out of Garage and to cross from A into B link. Well, all said and done, it was a mate's side that was relatively clean in picking up the remaining kills. Understand off the back of losing the bonus round, it's the anti-bonus for GT. Early timeout being called, knowing the difference, allowing mates to build up a little bit of momentum. That's what we saw in Sunset, that massive streak of rounds. Let something similar happen here. Even though it's a lower buy, make it costly, make it uncomfortable.
Timer will expire on our tactical pause, Summer. A time for G2 to evaluate the wrongdoings of the first 3 rounds of this second half for Gentlemates. Well, to be honest, I don't think there's much criticism to give. It's just more of the same. Really nice recovery out in the pistol. Second, pretty straightforward. They win the bonus. It is a faultless start here for the Gentlemates attack.
The change of pace that they needed. Although G2 starting to go wandering.
Nicely done! Tokamite lining them up. A quick two-piece from short. Mimi tries to swing out. It's a hat trick now for Tokamite. Trick destroyed. Amy position already compromised, and Marty makes sure no further damage done. 9-7. The gap is at 2. And this is the kind of drama we expected to see between these two teams, Summer. Down to the wire on the third map.
Might be down to the wire in regards to the score of it only being 2 rounds apart, but given what we have in the future of this matchup, in the future of this map, it's looking towards a Mates resurgence. 4 out of 4 attacking rounds success. Headed into this one. Further investments for Gozen. Operator for Akita on short.
I mean, this A presence that Gentlemates have been putting up in the last couple of rounds, Summer, so much success to come from it. Disruptive for the flow of G2 Gozen. They're going to try and make amends for it, walking double down C. It's going to be a bloodbath! How on earth have they found 2? No rebuttal either. Tokamite finding Amy eventually. Mimi healing up. Nami in the back lines. Able to sweep the cubby. And the smokes to go with it. Danger calls. Trying to TP through his Varnia. But it's left it all in the hands of either 1-on-3. Nami low, but Berry X stopping the retake from even beginning. 8-9.
Been around opportunity for the Gozen side to stop the streak, and makes sense this quote coming in from Barry X. I don't think there's a duo that can stand against Marty and me when we play together. I don't think any duo can match our level, and you're looking towards who's topping the boards right now for the mate side. It is Barry X and Marty doing a lot of work on this double duelist, and especially Barry X in the previous. Again, only 2 away. Getting another runner back online.
Oh, unfortunate timing. The unscope happens quite literally when Amy makes the cross. Of course, it is just pistols for G2 Gozen in this round. You're not anticipating the world out of them here. Any damage would be nice. Comes as a very manageable scenario now for Gentlemates, because you understand that with G2 only investing upgraded pistols into this round, Summer, the presumed scoreline would be 9-all heading out of round 18.
They've gotten something. Taking Nami. Dimensional Drift invested. Gonna find no one home on the B site. Likely to see them settle in here. Gonna be notified of impending flank from both sides, with both trips from Wens on C and A long to be destroyed. Who's the mate side into where this retake's going to be coming from?
No cloak and dagger about this retake.
Here.
Damage would be nice. Smoke to go up. Recon as well. Berry X to destroy that before G2 get a chance. Good start for Mimi. Berry X gets one back with a molly. Hunter's Fury having to be used to avoid defeat against the half by Mimi. Is going nuclear. There's not going to be enough time, I don't think. It was halved, and Tokamite will save the day. That is a huge round from G2 Gozen. Mimi finding a quad kill, doing all the damage in the world. Ludicrous.
Knowing Time Lloyd, Tokyo coming in with the spam. And hey, it was an eco round for G2, but it's still equalization for the mate side, and they had plenty of money to reinvest, so not necessarily much love lost there, other than the fact that it took 2 ultimates. So Maltese and Tokus both invested. The importance of a 9th round here to equalize. I'm sure they don't mind, given how Mimi tried to disrupt it. Bit of housekeeping over towards A. Both the mates inserting Nami and Eva droning out the position.
Back. Huge amount of information. There, Keita, good start, and she's able to get away with her life as well. Huge advantage here for G2.
Follow up now. Want to regain some of the space that they've lost in mid. They necessarily want to give it to them. No one's playing up close.
Going up. Careful now.
In, creeping towards this B site, being quite vocal about it is BerryX, and those that's kept quite quiet.
They know it's a fake.
30 seconds left.
And look at the push that G2 are having on A. It's no surprise it's going to be a C finish.
G2 have got 3 defenders here in backside, and the Hunter's Fury even being invested. This looks good for G2. Mimi's able to find a second. Wens will eventually have the trade, so it's a 4-on-3. Look at the time summer. There is little of it. Sova's already made its way towards B, and Wens has got another in the meantime. Held down by Eva. A 1 versus 3 for Tokamai.
And there's no hiding of where your position is. Hit by the Cyphers, hit by the Trip as well. Opportunity to isolate on Eva, but he's even afforded the engagement. Eva will peek, Eva will fall.
A lot more digestible now for Tokamai. Akita low. Amy has to do it all. Eventually we'll get there. A second kill in the 1v3 summer. A step too close, maybe, for G2. Amy tapping the spike a few times before sticking it. I mean, to be honest, that might just be a nerve settler more than anything. That round, way too close for comfort, even for us. Never mind them.
Definitely down to the wire. This isn't an answer back, right? It's a lone defensive round for G2 in the streak that Mates was having. And with a tactical break and a little quote coming in from Mimi, it seems extremely appropriate for the situation. If you can find a path with no obstacles, it probably doesn't lead anywhere.
That is just poetic.
Fairly eloquent is Mimi. Saw it in the interview earlier today with you.
Away with words.
Maybe not necessarily in regards to the orbs, but like we'll give it that quote of this
the,
one of like being
the orbs one is one to forget. You are right, yeah.
it's the two ends of the spectrum. Okay, you have the orbs aspect of things, and then you have the very philosophical and being like, yeah, if it doesn't go anywhere, if it's not hard, and we have to go through all these trials and tribulations to make sense and to improve and to learn, and hopefully G2, well, they've got a 6-match loss streak, or 5-match loss streak, apologies, against Mates out of the 6 times that they played against each other. Plenty of learning opportunities.
They found my wire.
Down to just 1. G2 reopening their lead. However, Amy forfeiting the site space. That's going to be a free kill. Mimi catching BerryX in her ult. So another advantage here for the G2 side. Quickly removed. TP taken away by Marty. Safe passage in sight. 4-on-4. A huge test for G2 Gozen.
There's a trip also to be dealt with, and even Marty poking and prodding out into spawn.
Wow. Nami getting the opener. Needing more. Marty getting the second. Varnia trades. Eva 1-on-3. Nami left low. The recon bolt removed. Time also a factor here in the post plant. Nami just so quick to it. It is 10-10.
First shot to be hit by the IGL, leading by example. And it's an immediate answer back, though. That's the thing from the mate side. Given the streak, given the success so far on this attack. With that G2, the loss bonus. That's Rosser after round 19. Now not necessarily going to be afforded the extra boost to the money in their pockets. It's down to pistols. Only investment, only buy up on Amy and Mimi. They send her first.
Flash is good. Nami has to retreat. Got teammates here for support. You get aggressive either in the corner. Double dink with the classic. Nearly afforded some more damage onto Wenz. Positions compromised through the use of the neural theft. Removed, unfortunately for Vanya. Wenz waiting close as she could without being spotted. Tokamite finding another. And from Gentlemate, bear this in mind, Summer, they were 9-3 down. They are now 11-10 up. And what started this whole campaign? A 1v3 4K in the pistol.
I don't necessarily want to trace it back to one singular moment, but it's definitely something that you can refer back to for the mate side, that lit a fire under them coming into this attacking half. And sure, we were always expecting them to be a little bit more comfortable here with a double duelist. Obviously the favoured side for Haven. But it's the fashion that they've been able to close out some of these rounds and the domination that they've been able to have over G2 so far. One round, that's all G2 have been able to get in this half. Playing off the back foot now. Finally take the lead.
Spotted. Mimi knows that she's going to be tested with some pace. The clone left to run around the corner, flash into the cage. Mimi getting aggressive, but Amy at the double. It's a really good response from the 4 versus 5. Nami dropping a smoke on top of the spike. The one way to try and delay this from happening.
Gun here.
The util here for the attackers. I mean, there is a shock dart in Tokamite's hands, but they're looking to let the rifles do the talking. The Aldro now spotted. Wenz has found another. Akita, she gets one back, but it is a 2-on-2. Both kills found for the mates. 12-10 map and series point. Talk about a recovery. Look at the sea of red we see here in the round breakdown.
Moment to reflect. D2 may be needed, but won't be afforded. Mates, again, Barryax leading the charge. Starting to see moments from other players, though. Wenz in that previous. Holding down in the pose plant.
They're going to be spotted by Orual. Has to move forward, electing for the aggression. Penalised. Eva will trade with the Guardian. Marty's out in heaven. I mean, this is dangerous, and she's just seen G2 aggressing long. This is such good information being fed through the intercom of Gentlemates. They know that they can get on the aggressive 2v2.
The thing is, for G2, they managed to find a kill in towards mid. Neural theft online and utilised for Amy, but not that much extra information, knowing exactly where mate side are going. It's 2 towards A. Toka quite far ahead on site. Drone really spotting out Amy, but they have no idea on Akita just yet.
Soon come though, Tokamite removed, all in the hands of Marty. G2 need both, and it has to start here. Wall put up to allow safe passage for Akita. A tap of the spike. Doesn't know where Marty is. Now that the position of the Yoru is compromised. And in fact, Akita's found a cheeky corner that she can stick the spike in. And Amy with a Guardian has found 3. 24 rounds required between these two. It is late drama here in the G2 Gentlemates derby.
Just carnage out towards A-Long. You can see highlights of it in the replay. I hope, Eva, you do like working under pressure, because this is starting to mount up the streak of rounds that mates have been able to put together. The drought for Gozen all comes down to the final round of regulation. Will overtime be required, or is G2 going to find themselves in the lower bracket, Ryan? A lot to play for, and a couple of ults to work with too. Mimi running back online. Evers Hunter's Fury, so not a bad retake or a flood retake setup. But they want to go aggressive. 3 people are walking down mid.
Amy, Ultimate is in such a deep position as well, but look at the C site. Completely vacant. Gentlemates are allowed their free passage in. Cages go up. It's deceptive that someone is close. Amy's just caught Wens. Advantage for G2. They're looking to barter their way to overtime.
Hunter's Fury still in pocket.
Nowhere to run.
There it is. Used. Tokamite's found Amy. Akita with the trade. Akita stepping up where it matters most as she finds the first 2 required for this retake. The flash is just blinding Mimi herself. Akita there for the 3rd. 24 rounds is not enough. We go the distance plus some. G2 are doing G2 things.
Switching sides. Overtime.
I don't know if you're going to get the replay of Mimi, but the flash on herself.
The flash
she resets to get the kill anyway,
No,
so
the flash,
you can't hate it.
It was so bad, it was good. Like, it just blinded her and the enemy. She wide swung. It took the crosshair well off to the left. Even if she didn't get the kill, the 2 teammates that was sat behind her were definitely going to get the trade.
It was for the distraction, but she got the kill anyway.
The round is the round.
And going forward into overtime, it's less financial woes for G2 going forward, but it's less opportunities to build their way back into this, which they've had to do. Fight tooth and nail to get the few rounds that they're able to get. But it's the same thing for mates. Now switching on to the defense. Pressure on G2 to find success yet again on this attack.
They found the majority of it though, so at least if there is some safety, would be in this portion. G2's overtime campaign for the mates. A triple walk short. This could be dangerous because G2 well versed for this approach, well prepared for this play. Akita finds 2. 2 on 5 for Wens and BerryX to recover from. Spam isn't half bad for BerryX, but so much more than just damage is needed.
No charges left.
Thing is, you start dealing with players on site. You also have Amy in the backlines who's only starting to make her way through mid now. Paranoia to delay.
That's so good.
Considering it, but Amy doesn't even have to play. There's 4 players on site. You have a player in long. Time is ticking.
Oh, the stun to force them back. It's beautiful. It's so well communicated for G2. They have the advantage in our first overtime. The Gentlemates, they now get their all reliable of defense, of attack rather, as well. However, the pressure is on them. They need to win this round. Exactly on G2 to stay alive in the upper bracket.
A bit of a change up.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
For who the eyes are on. Now, it's mates against the wall. Threatened by match and series point, like you said. G2. Across the line. Mimi flashed off the angle, but Wens has found one down C long. At least there's a trade.
Super important trade for G2. Gentlemates, well, they've thrived in these situations. 4 versus 4. Look at the advanced positioning. They've all walked through garage. They're entering B through C.
G2 are still none the wiser to all of this.
The site tour C to B, seeing all the sites Haven have to offer. But that also plays into G2's hand. Looking at where the players are going to be set up for this retake, there's a couple of layers to it. Mates have to fight forward on one avenue, and A-Link, is that where they put two? It's not where the main force of G2 are going to retake from.
Good information. Didn't spot the player behind the wall. Now Nami's position compromised, but the paranoia is so good. Marty and Tokamite both finding frags. It all starts to crumble for G2. 13-13. We run it back.
Overtime.
I feel like this is the time when it starts to get really intense between these two teams. No letting off the pedal, given it's just consistently switching side to side. Money again not going to be a factor. We're in overtime. See, those hero plays come out more often than not.
Cover is destroyed. Here.
G2 back on the attack.
Going up.
These teams have had an incredible attacking half. Their record insanely strong, of course. Nami for Gentlemates as well, putting up huge numbers, as well as Mimi on this attacking front. So you kind of feel like some of the condition of winning this map and in turn the series comes quite literally for whoever wins the defensive round.
That's the thing. At least, but they'll be fighting off the forward foot if they're able to get their attacking round. Flash out on towards B.
Like taps. Oh my god, it's so aggressive! It's just 3 instantaneously for the mate side. Eva will find 1 and a second. She has the spike, makes the run to C. It's a huge amount of kills out on B, a bloodbath. But it all settles down to this. Eva with the spike down will have the ultimate to play with as well. So Tokamite disadvantage, double shock dart. Eva has the recon in her back pocket as well. You kind of feel like she can set herself up for success. But the question is, where on earth is Eva playing from? She's walked back around through garage. It's planted for long. Tokamite will start to suspect. Missed shots. Recon dart high. Shock dart to go close, but can't connect. Eva did the hard part of turning a 1v3 into a 1v1. But Tokamite will make her fall at the final hurdle. It is Mate's map and series point. And they now get their choice of site on the attack.
It's here. Carnage from Barry Ice. Being such a massive distraction. And sure, like you said, Eva was at least able to get 2 back, but Toka in the 1v1 manages steal the ground from under her, and heading into this, sure, you understand why the overtime tactical break is being utilized by G2. You teed it up of it being the defensive gambit from either team is going to be the difference maker and the decider possibly of how this overtime's going to go, and Mates has done just that. Defensive round, heading on towards the attack. Over time, discuss to stand what's required to continue the upper bracket run. Changes to be made defensively, both teams struggling. That'll be a perfect time for them to find the answer.
Moment of silence before we jump into what could be the last round of this series. Might have just all fallen apart for G2. 28 rounds of Haven. Not to mention
17 on Ascent and the 23 on Sunset. Quite a wild ride we've been on through these maps. E2 want to continue that story. Eva, information going both ways. Marty to send the flash out. Clone. Wenz has walked up short. Mimi is dead.
Goes out to safety, so not necessarily losing 2 players in the gap. One might just be enough. It's numbers advantage. G2, the reaction is again a walk down mid. Careful as the spike now starts.
30 seconds left.
Shift and move forward to group with the pack of players. Thing is, Eva's the only line of defense here. It's not necessarily going to be a hard stop at the door. Has to play for the retake, has to play for the numbers.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if she wanted to stand her ground, try and cause chaos and mayhem. The retake is something that G2 desire. 4 versus 5, the ultimate test of metal. Wen's going to hear so many numbers walking by, but it's well held by Amy, at least you'd think. Akita's got one back, so it is a 4-on-3, and the numbers kept modest. Akita's stunned to go in, needs more out of Akita. A tap of the spike, Toka might in backside, Akita slides again, but it will be into the jaws of death. Gentlemates deliver in OT. They continue to show their dominance in Game Changers EMEA. 195 days ago, G2 got the better of Gentlemates, but since then, it has been the mates time and time again.
Is it the fashion that they do it, Ryan? It goes to all 3 maps into overtime, into double overtime, and it's down to Toka. Both rounds, mates were able to get at the very end there, off of 1v1s. The very, very end, Toka steps up. And sure, we can look at this player matchup, the battle of the duelists, but you have to be looking towards Barry X. So consistent across all maps, and he's putting a best foot forward. But for the side of mates, able to close it out here and now, pushing G2 goes into the lower bracket and continuing that win streak. Insane stuff.
I mean, what a series, right? Like, both of us kind of knew heading into today that this series was just going to be a barn burner. We knew that these two teams are going to give it everything. For G2, I mean, it must be heartbreaking knowing that you came so close to beating Gentlemates, who are the team to beat in Game Changers EMEA. Unfortunately, it is not meant to happen this time around. Double on, or triple OT needed, in fact, on Haven. 13-10 out on Sunset. Double. I was right the first time. I should have been more confident. Ascent 13-4, the only one-sided affair we had in this series. For Gentlemates, they walk away 2-1. They guarantee top 3. For G2 goes in. It is now the gauntlet of the lower bracket if they want to be looking at Sao Paulo.
Yeah, and it's definitely going to be a lot more focus on the matchup we have coming up after this of the SKGX game, because again, it's the permutations of G2 now falling into the lower bracket, and those teams are going to be looking at the minimum points that they can score going forward. So definitely interesting situation for those teams, and for us to watch the, like we said, we knew it was going to be an insane series going forward, talking about how Gentlemates are the team to beat, but it's the same goes for Goes, and they still have this air of being the queens of GC EMEA, whether that's with the legacy aspect of things too, but somehow it's Gentlemates now just have the number for G2, have not lost to them since the stage 1 group stage. Since then, it has been a mates phenomenal showing in the matchups, and sure, we're getting 3 maps, it's getting close, it's getting to the overtimes, but it's been a consistent running for the mate side.
Yeah, and I think, you know, they won't disagree that G2 definitely give them a run for their money in that series, but I think you've got to understand the adversity that they were able to get over, right? G2 were whitewashing them in the first map. They came back to recover there. G2 were whitewashing them in the third map, and still 9-3 down. They have, you know, a 1v3 pistol win, and that just kind of kickstarts this entire comeback, right? Like, they just put it into a new gear. We know that Gentlemates are a team that can do that, and this time around, I mean, an emphatic performance from them. And as I say, right, it guarantees top 3, and it complicates G2's run for Istanbul and then Sao Paulo entirely, because now, as you say, it's not just reliant on their performance, you're also kind of on the hate watch of other teams, right? So, yeah, look, I do believe I'm being joined for an interview in just a moment here. Berry X, I do believe, on the other line, so we'll have a chat with her to see how things are. Well, I mean, first and foremost, Berry X, congratulations on another win. The upper bracket run continues. Someone's just turned the flashbang on in the room. How are you feeling after that? It must be a pretty draining series.
We are feeling really good. It was a good match. I mean, when we are playing against you two, it's always a good match. And that's it. We're feeling really good. We are happy.
That's all you can ask for. Talk to me about the first and the third map, because as me and Summer were just discussing, obviously the start of Sunset, excuse me, and the start here of Haven, both you concede a lot early on, and there's almost this like mentality that you have as a team that any game is believable. Can you talk to me a little bing about that?
Yeah, because we're always believing that we can come back on every match, and we are just giving our everything, and that's it. I don't know what to say. Like I'm so happy right now.
No, I don't blame you. I mean, it must be a draining series as well, right? Because we've always said that G2 have been. It's almost a rivalry between you two, right? Like, we know that G2, you know, Mimi in the old guard, and you've played them. This is now your 7th time this year. You obviously said yourself that it was a fun game. It's always been a fun game against G2. Is that who you're looking to play in Istanbul?
Yeah. Wait, can you repeat the question, please? Everyone is talking right now. I don't understand.
I was saying, is G2 the team that you want to play in Istanbul? Is there anyone else that you're looking at, or is it just G2?
Yeah, G2, I would say.
Awesome. And as for the other game today, are you going to be watching? If so, who do you want to play in the upper bracket final?
I don't know. We will see, but opponents are really strong, so we will see. We'll hard work and try to win and try to go to the grand final.
There we are. Thank you so much for joining me, Berry X. Congratulations on the win. A pleasure as always.
Thank you so much.
All the best.
Thank you. Bye bye.
I mean, there's nothing much else to add, Summer. A really smiley Berry X, happy with the performance today, and I mean, you can tell the smiles on their faces. I think, you know, not far off of when you interviewed them last. You know, when we were saying that they qualified to Sao Paulo, because this matchup, this meeting means so much to them.
Yeah, and you have to be looking towards it of it being a massive matchup for them, right? Not only of the Sao Paulo aspect of things, but also when you're looking towards what is also down the line when you're mentioning playing in Istanbul. That would mean so much to the players, I'm sure, given the fact that they have so many Turkish players on both teams, right? Of having a G2 Gentlemates matchup in Istanbul on LAN. I don't think there's anything more cinema than that. So if that does come to fruition, you might see some of the audience a little bit divided in regards to who they're going to be supporting with the Turkish players on both sides. But as we look towards the bracket now, you can see mates move their way into that upper bracket final. G2 up against Habos Babos in the coming days. But GX SK, that's another spicy matchup for this upper bracket semis.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think to the sentiment of Berry X, it's, you know, whoever's in front of you, that's who you've got to beat, right? And the Gentlemates mentality hasn't changed since qualifying for GCC, right? They are a team that continue to impress, continue to want to develop as a team. Of course, for G2, their run isn't over just yet, Summer. They've got the lower bracket to get through. However, of course, their task to Sao Paulo gets that little bit harder. And if they want to be meeting the Berry X wish of playing the Gentlemate side in Sao Paulo, they've got to win in Istanbul. Excuse me. They've got to win every game from now. Understandably, the game went a hell of a distance, Summer. So I've got to throw it to a break. When we return, some fresh faces, Eco and Affinity, to take you through the action here for our second game of the day. G2 SK up next.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Do you feel what the eyes can't see? You hear it calling way down deep. Trust your heart, it'll keep you true. This world expects so much from you. From the dark out into the light, it'll come in the middle of the night. You were raised in the sacred place. Evil runs when it sees your face. From calls your name, your soul. You will walk out pure and whole, stronger than the day before. Tomorrow you'll fight for more.
Alberto was looking for you, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, you better get there
Okay,
quick.
I'll go check.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Tom Biz. You've had your fun. It's my turn.
At Carmine Corp, we demand the best. This is what backs us up. The Razer Iskor V2 New Gen.
Red Bull gives you wings.
As if by magic, we have replaced the previous casters, and while we're hoping to bring just as much hype in this series, I'm Affinity. I am here, as always, with the wonderful Echo. I mean, were you watching that last game? I thought it was going to go on forever. Like, how many comebacks does one series need?
I think I said to you it needed to be 7, and I'm surprised it wasn't 7, to be honest, by the end of it. But what a series. And now we're going to follow up with an absolute banger here as well. What a day this is going to be.
Oh, exactly. And you know what? Why don't we just throw up that bracket whilst we're here? We can take a look. Gentlemates have secured themselves that spot in the top 4 automatically. Well, they've secured themselves far more than that already in this tournament, but we will see momentarily. Now we've got Giant X and SK to find out who will go up against Focus in that lower bracket. And well, I'd be lying if I didn't say the stakes for this are much higher than just continuing in the upper bracket.
Yeah, the stakes all rely or all go down now into the standings and what happens with these EMEA points. Because at the end of the day, the goal, the focus, what everyone is here for is getting to GCC, and Gentlemates have secured themselves by getting to the top 3, 185 points. Doesn't really matter, they're already qualified. But for Giant X, for SK, we're going to talk about them, because as you can see, Giant X, the minimum they can get now is 90, but that won't be enough for them to get all the way to GCC. At this point, they need to be looking to get 2nd or 3rd, depending on what happens with people like SK, and the permutations won't go into them too much. But for Giant X, at this point, they need 2nd, realistically, or to win the entire stage.
Exactly, but as you said, the easiest solution for these teams to qualify for GCC is to win the whole damn thing now. And this match is going to be a really good indicator, because it is this G2 SK Giant X combo that is going to be the trilogy that decide who actually goes. So this matchup gives us a really good idea, because that potentially 5th, 6th elimination in the lower bracket still a possibility for both of these teams and G2 right now. And actually, let's take a look at SK whilst we're here. They won the last stage, and well, I mean, they've been making waves again this stage already.
Oh, making waves is absolutely a way to put it. They've come into this playoffs as well and look so incredibly strong so quickly. It's been a bit of a surprise, to be honest, because the group stage for SK wasn't their best. I mean, realistically, I don't think they've had a brilliant group stage the entire year. It's been fine, it's been good, but it's not really been to the level that we see of them in playoffs. And now, as we're looking into playoffs, as we're coming to this point, I'm looking at this SK roster and thinking, how can they fail now? Because I don't think they can.
I don't think so, and they're a team that only seems to build and build. If we remember back to stage 1, they were relegated. Stage 2, they bounced back, they won the whole thing, and now they come into stage 3, and you're right, the group stage wasn't great, but neither was their opponent, Giant X's. The group stage didn't really matter all too much here. It gave us seeding, yes, it decided which teams had to play in the play-ins versus those cash cups, but ultimately at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is this double elimination bracket. And well, I had the absolute pleasure, and it was a pleasure to speak to the one and only Fluxy at the helm of this team. I am here with the fabulous Fluxy. Now, you've got a huge match coming up today. This is a battle between 2 of the biggest front runners for one of those coveted GCC spots remaining. Something that, you know, SK Nebula as an org has never done before. How do you feel about your chances of being the roster to make that dream happen?
I feel very good, to be honest. Camps has been a dream of mine for a good few years now, but we kind of like have that chance to like reach out and grab it, I really want to like push for it. Playing against
Wow.
Giant X is a good start.
We're all rooting for you, and after that victory last stage, I mean, you've got the wind in your sails. Now, I've heard that you give your players a lot of room to make their own calls, especially in that mid-round. This shows a lot of trust in your team. Can you maybe give me a cheeky bit of insight into how that actually works for you guys and how it doesn't descend into pandemonium?
Yeah, well, honestly, I think it works on mutual trust between all of our players. Like, I'm making about, I would say 85% of the calls a lot of the time, but everybody adds to it, you know? Like, I will make like a kind of basic call, say, oh, this is step 1, this might be step 2, and everybody will add their own little piece of information on, I don't know, little adaptations that we can do throughout the round, you know? Make it all work.
I love it. Now, my last question for you is, I know you're excited to play up against Adora today. Do you have a message for her or any fighting words ahead of the game?
Fighting words, no, but I'll just tell her good luck, to be honest. It's always a pleasure to play against her.
That's what we love to hear, the camaraderie between friends, between opponents. Anyway, I'm going to let you go prepare. Absolute best of luck in the server today.
Thank you very much.
They always lovely to get to speak to Fluxy. Second of all, what a cool setup, by the way. That's the coach's room. I asked about this. I was like,
okay.
that should be the IGL room. Surely, with the responsibilities on your shoulder, you get to commandeer that room. But apparently that's not how it works. But as you can see, they're looking and feeling really confident coming into this.
And why wouldn't they be? This has been the year of SK Nebula. If we ignore stage 1, maybe, they have been absolutely dominant, even in stage 1, against Giant X. Cover up that bind, the 0-13 that SK did suffer in the first matchup, the first
Bind's
map.
gone now. Doesn't matter. Map's
Yeah,
open in the
Bind's
pool.
got... Fair, so's Pearl, and that's a few of the victories for SK, so maybe we've got to still consider it a little bit. But they have been so good against this team, and you've got to think that that is going to be weighing on the mind of Giant X here, because even if you look towards the playoffs in stage 2, that was for elimination. That stopped Giant X fighting towards that third, second, first place in stage 2 playoffs. SK have beat them at every turn this year. And now, for Giant X, it's going to be a long road to climb back and to get the confidence back to finally beat this team this year.
I think that you're right, though, but if any team has kind of been on that climbing back up narrative, Giant X can understand and empathize with that. And we have seen them grow and develop. They're trying to shake this underdog label they've been given. And I think that a win here would be the greatest way to do it. You beat the stage 2 champions. You put yourself in that position where you're only realistically one game away from definitively qualifying yourself into GCC, that LAN final within touch. But let's talk about Giant X here as well. Amazing opponents to go up against. And as we've said, group stage, we can kind of forget about it a little bit. It was really rough for Giant X. And we've heard from Asuka, we've heard from the players about how they didn't really know what was going on. But it's starting to heal. It's starting to fix. And they're a team that, by their own admittance, don't give up until the job is done. And this is very much what we've seen.
And even in this clip right here, this is the 1 versus 5. Before today, before earlier's match on Sunset, this was the only 1v5 this stage ever had to take that away from Anva. But this Giant X roster, we've talked about them a lot this year, this stage especially, because like you said, they had a great stage 1, 3rd place, an okay stage 2 and 4th, and then groups was rough. It was realistically the worst they've looked all year. Worse than a lot of these players have looked in a very long time in their own histories as well. But they have stepped up. They've leveled up. Something about them has changed. They've experimented around a bunch of different ways of calling, different compositions, and they have found what works. And it is evident. The way that they've looked in playoffs, the way that they've continued to look in these playoffs, it is a different beast. It is, I think we called it the kind of the caterpillar to the butterfly,
The metamorphosis,
right? The metamorphosis.
I think that you're right. I think that this is a team that maybe had a little bit of an identity crisis when they came into the stage. As we said, they've been messing around with team comps. They've been messing around with, well, when I say team comps, I don't just mean the agents. I mean, who's IGLing, who's doing what.
Yep.
They've played around with it a lot. And that can be really risky, but they got that out of the way, and they can do that in stage 3 groups when they knew that there was no chance for elimination until the play ends. And I think that they've come out the other side looking a lot better for it. You know, there's no good story arc that doesn't require the protagonist to get get beat down a little bit, they have to then go on their training arc, their revenge arc. And that's very much where Giant X are looking right now, is they've had their rough, they've had their rock bottom, now they are soaring.
And I think a perfect example of this is Adora. She has been historically, in stage 2, she looked incredible. Her statistics were right near the top, fighting with people like Jada and Vanya right up there. But this stage, her groups, she said this as well, her groups was bad. It was rough. She was dealing with things and it didn't go well for her. The team was sending her to her death a lot of the time and not trading. But now, since she came into the play-ins and in the playoffs, she has leveled up. Look at the number changes across the board here. From both First Blood, First Death, all the way up to the ACS and the KD. She has risen out of that metamorphosis, and she is now a demon waiting to be unleashed upon SK, upon some ex-teammates on the side of SK, some friends, and ready to slaughter them.
Exactly. And I think Adora is one of those players that I just love watching, and when she's having a good time, she's having a great time. But she herself has admitted that the stats isn't really what she's chasing in this stage. Stage 2, she said she wanted to be the best, she wants to be up there. This stage, it's a lot more of this team focus, this team mentality, and that's echoed across a lot of the team. But I got the pleasure of talking to Anne for a little bit about this. They got some insight into what makes this team so special. I am here with the amazing Anva. Now, my first question for you is that there wasn't much time between play-ins finishing and playoffs starting. What did you do in those 4 days to get ready? Because there wasn't much time.
Yeah, Jade just gave us a motivational talk. And that's it. That's why, yeah, we're playing good now.
You are playing amazingly now. Now, you said that the most important lesson that you've learned is to learn from your losses. And the group stage gave you a lot of opportunity to learn. So what are some of the things that you've been taught by this stage so far?
I just try to learn about my role more. I watched a lot of VODs. We fixed our comms. Yeah, that's it.
It is, and it's all coming together really nicely. Now, if you make it all the way to LAN finals, you'll be playing in Istanbul, the home crowd for you. You know, what does that mean to you, and does that give you extra pressure, extra motivation maybe?
Extra motivation, of course.
Extra motivation. And is there anything you'd like to say to the people watching you from Turkey, cheering you on?
I just want thanks to my friends that's supporting me.
And absolutely, they've been supporting you and you've been putting on an amazing show. My last question is that a lot of your team have really nice things to say about each other. You all think the world of each other. What do you love so much about your team?
Our energy, I guess. We all love each other and we just support each other every day, every game.
It's amazing. You can see that energy in the server as well. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to let you go and get ready because it's a big match for you today. Best of luck and good luck.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I just love it. And to see players so happy, so excited, it's a great sign for GX, a team that really could have been weighed down by what's happened in recent weeks. No, they are smiling, they're happy, and you can just tell how much this team gels.
I think there's this level of energy that you get from that resurgence, right? You've worked together for a while. Both of these teams have been together since around the end of the off season, around kind of December, January. They know each other, but now they've been through the worst. For SK relegation and for Giant X, an awful group stage. And now they've both leveled up. They've come out of it. They've risen out of it, and it looks brilliant. You get that camaraderie from climbing out of the dirt and cleaning yourselves off, and it looks great. But one of the matchups I was quite interested in their elimination game in the stage 2 playoffs was the controllers, because it was well known last stage that Jada outshone Vanya, which is not something I think that anyone was expecting. Vanya being top of the stats across the board for years. She had like 2 stages where she wasn't the top of the stats, but last stage Jada got there instead. And that to me was such an exciting moment to see Vanya can be toppled as the best Turkish controller player. but Fluxy was right up there too. The stats across the board are so close, and this stage Fluxy's kept the same level.
I would agree, and I think that maybe we can attribute this, and maybe I'm capping, maybe I don't know what I'm on about, but I think the fact that she delegates a lot of the mid-round to the team frees her up a lot more as an IGL to just be a player. And a lot of players will tell you that, is that IGLing takes up so much of your focus that sometimes you forget the fundamentals, you forget how to just do the basics and clearing your corner and existing in the server. So I think that ability to free herself up means that she's been able to put up these amazing stats, and I love to see it. And I really like seeing how players are able to shake up the status quo, right? We say this every stage, we sound like broken records, but the level keeps getting higher. But we have a map veto to look at here, Echo. Right, talk me through it. Anything that jumps out as weird, wacky, or is this just wonderful?
I think it's definitely an interesting one to go for. I think the reason the sunset bans are pretty much as expected. No big surprises there. For me, Giant X have just been almost perma-banning Breeze. They just don't want to risk it. It's not worth it. The split pick makes a lot of sense. SK have a slightly better round win rate on this map this stage, but it's relatively close between the two, and Giant X, as we've seen, have improved drastically. And I think this map is a big part of that improvement. The Lotus is going to be a lot of fun because SK look very comfortable here. Ascent, the biggest question mark for me, because Giant X looked pretty rough when they picked it. But for SK, they have banned this. This is a relatively common ban for them. It's come through, but when they have been on this map, they had a great time, almost 62% round win rate. So I do think it's a very interesting map veto. It's kind of level. I could see this being a 2-0 either way, but I think the third map is very likely to come through if we see the level on the individual aspects from both of these teams that we've seen since playoffs have started.
Yeah, exactly. And something that I think may be interesting to talk about is I'm a big fan of seeing consistency and repetitions on maps. It's my word, repetition, sustainability. You know me, you know that I like my buzzwords. And I think that Giant X having to go to that play-ins gave them the opportunity to get a little bit more repetition on some of these maps. So they actually come into a couple of these having played it a little bit more in officials, but Split coming on up. I'm still harkening back to the 13-3 that they lost against G2, whereas SK managed to get 9 rounds against G2. So I'm a little bit, you know, I've got that in the back of my mind, transitive properties of beating and losing to G2. But let's take a look at the team comps here.
Yeah, there's not going to be any big surprises. Consistency is going to be important at this point. We do see a change up from Giant X since play-ins against Barca. They'd play a different composition without the Cypher. So there is a switch up for them, but it's not massive, I think. The big thing to me is that they have gone back to this Viper comp, which is better on this map. I'm going to be blunt. The non-mirror win rate of Viper is incredibly high on Split. The Sky, Jaden was played this before, even if she was playing the Fade recently. So although, you know, the comp does play very differently, the hard anchoring capability of Anva is going to be very important and very interesting to see how that works against the entry prowess and the double initiator that we've got from SK.
Yeah, it's... I'm not sure how I feel about such a fundamental switch up here from Giant X, because whilst a lot of the roles are very similar, I like that they found something that was starting to work, and these changes so late into the tournament, I always worry a little bit about. And going from, you know, playing with no Sentinels on both of the 2 previous comps they've been running in the stage, to suddenly throwing Anva on this Sentinel, and we know that she can play it on other maps, right? I just worry a little bit about, you know, has it been tried and tested enough against this caliber of team?
Yeah, but the win conditions, the most important thing for SK is get the pistols online, especially on the defense. Get Jelena the op and try and snowball your rounds once she's got that gun in her hands. But for Giant X, it's all about the trading, the fundamentals. If they can keep that up against a team like SK, they have a shot of making it into the upper final and then the grand final in Istanbul. And you know how much those players want to go there. I want to see the fundamentals that we saw in stage 2 and 1 from Giant X, not what we saw in the group stage.
No, exactly. But let us head into the server. The only way to be sure is to actually get this show on the roads. And, well, Giant X, I want to see them start strong against SK. Any time that they have got less than 9 rounds on a half, they have not won the map against them this year. So we need to see strong halves. Even 6-6 halves have not been won. So I want to see a strong start from them. SK though, well, they're not ones to slack early rounds, early maps.
Well, their pistol win rate is actually absurdly low, but they've gone for 3 Sheriffs, 2 Ghosts to try and fight against that history, to change it, to beat Giant and get that snowball rolling. Fluxy, jump peek, spamming through the smoke, a bit of damage done, but this Giant X wall is very nice for the exec to be.
Here we go, pushing on forward, slowly but surely. Smoke goes out, but there's already players ahead of it. Adora slides face first and dies face first, but Anita finds the trade. The trade game, we talked about its importance, but they have to duck back in towards Garage. Jalena's out here in the open. Lovely shot, clear as day. Messi firing back to sight. There's the snake bite going on in, trying to isolate this fight with Anita, but the trade does still come through. 2 versus 1. Now swing on out, it's a little bit messy. Anva gets 1. And now 1 versus 1 remaining.
And Rescue is so good in these clutch situations, so incredibly strong. But it's the same for Anva. She's got that 1v5, a 1v1, it should be doable for her, but Rescue shuts Anva out. And SK, they get the pistol that they so sorely needed. Giant X are going to have to work their way to start to build up towards that advantaged half. Like you said, it's going to be a long road for them. The fights were nice on site, but when it came down to this, Anva, the quick wraparound to main, it was heard, Rescue was ready for it, and she managed to shut it down. And now SK, spread across the map again, better guns everywhere. Jelena with the Marshall going to be strong.
Now, Giant X actually have a suspicious affinity, pun fully intended, to stealing away these conversion rounds after losing the pistol. So I'm never one to put them past it, even with, realistically, nothing in the tank.
That's the fundamentals, right? If they're working together, they can do it.
Ooh, nice shots there, and Rescue denies, says you're not going to get away with any fancy tricks here. Jade Moss got one that's managed to work backside here. Twy has a little bit of a look at her enemy before she takes him down, just stare him in the eyes. Andra does get a trade, but Lisa says absolutely not. They swing on out, and they deny Giant X any pesky second rounds. And now we come into the bonus. Full buy available for Giant X.
Yeah, they went full classics into that, hoping they could try and find something. They got 2 kills. You're going to be happy with that at the end of the day. You're not investing, so you're not really going to get a lot of returns out of it. And this is a relatively weak bonus. 3 shotguns on the defensive side for Giant X.
Oh, it's perfect. I don't know what you mean. It's beautiful.
You would love this, but I do like this against a team that doesn't have a fade. You don't have that Prowler to clear the close corners. So actually, with only 1 Skydog, and Giant X usually using it in the earlier rounds when we've seen it from them in the past, I'd expect this could do a lot of damage to Giant X. And you can see 2 shotguns high-low over the top of ramps.
Oh, it is... Well, they're waiting, and they could very well be rewarded. Find out momentarily. Smoke goes out for tower, but as the wall goes up, to run in or not, that's the question. Lisa's found one in mid already. Adora needs to make the space, and make the space she has. Style points added on. Now, you don't get extra ACS for that, but, I mean, we're definitely going to be talking about that for time to come. But the question is, can the rest of the team join her? They've got a player creeping up through tower now. But it's slow, and SK are gathering their numbers here already.
Foxy only has a Bucky, though. She doesn't really want to be taking this with the classic, and it doesn't work, and now A-Site vulnerable. The rest of Giant X can join. If they push into screens, sure, okay, that becomes a worry then. Yeah, they're probably dead, but they don't have to at this point. And they're flashed, they know that they're there. Adora, I expect she's going to leave it now.
I would imagine so. Spike's going to get planted here. Oh, this position from Anva. They're like, surely no one's crazy enough still to be hanging around here. Only 20 seconds left on the clock. You want to start rotating, but Anva says no. Flash around the corner is good. And now they know that Twy is there. Adora's found the other. In the meantime, it's just the last. She slides on over to help her teammate out. J-Boss says, don't worry, I got him. You take a break. And Giant X find themselves there first.
And most importantly, the conditioning from the ratty look from Anva there is going to put so much worry into the side of SK. Like, you are going to be watching your backs because You don't have an info center, right? You don't have that ability to know what is coming and where it's coming from. You've got the double initiator. You get the extra information, but there's nothing passive. If you're not there, you get no info, and that's going to be a concern now. SK get the buy up. They might be able to buy up the next, but they've gone for full shields on a lot of members, so it's going to be tricky. Adora up towards ramp, forced away by the nades, but I imagine she'll look to take it soon afterwards.
Okay. Having a look, calling back over her teammates, but that wall is giving her pause. As it should. Door goes in. She's going to be following on up. Wall to protect her from the heavens. Slide on in. Sight's already clear. Waiting for rescue. Fully blind. She manages just about to dodge it, actually. Swings on out, but Twy and rescue hold on tight. Jademar and Jade have managed to get onto sight. That smoke makes things a little bit awkward here. And rescue's going to be dancing in and out of it. Fluxy waiting on the other side. Oh! They walk face first into her. Just down to the left, and they know that she was lurking last round. They know that likely she'll be doing the same again. Oh, Fluxy caught gun. Not quite in hand, but now a little bit of a messy fight. Fluxy says, you're not getting past me. And gives her team the afternoon off.
I don't know if they got the afternoon. They kind of had that.
They got the rest of the round off, you know?
They got the rest of the round, but they got the afternoon because of the first map. That was a very long first map. The flash here, you can tell... Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate flashing herself, but you can tell Rescue knows how to play and anchor sites like a Sentinel, right? She spent a long time on DVM Miss on the Sentinel role, anchoring sites. Before that, she was playing entry. She's such a flexible player. She can anchor, she can entry, she can be a part of the first core or the second. And you can really see that over towards A. The trust that Giant X have in her to hold down, or sorry, SK have in her to hold down a site. But a buy up from both sides, still a little bit weak in terms of Toy and Anva, but the rest of the team, full weapons available. A lot of stars on the map, so SK going to have to slow down the round or play off with the few stars that they've got on the floor, because they're not coming back anytime soon.
No, they are not. Walls go up. Dog to be followed in by Adora. Slides it on out. Not going to spot anyone. That wall goes down. Now she's in trouble. But the issue is her team trapped. Need to meet up with her. Showstopper comes out. Pops. Fluxy's already taken one down. Jolina another. The two right back. It's 2 for 2 though. And SK wipes them out. Denies them even getting close to sight. And that is getting problematic. SK, the reads are perfect, and the ability to stop the GX floods even more so. Yeah, Adora gets on site, but no one can join her.
Yeah, the double smokes popped, one out on main, the typical default, and then the other a bunker smoke towards site itself. Adora's cut off by 2 smokes from her team, and then this allows the rest of the side of SK to flood in towards the front and keep them split apart. And as you can see from Adora here, last split, she felt incredible. She was at the top. But at the end of the day, the most important thing, it's GCC. She tried with Wadada, right? Helping them in the LCQ to make it all the way. Didn't work out then. But it feels like this Giant X roster, they've got that something special. So maybe, maybe it's possible for her this year.
We'll have to see. And she's going to need her team to follow her up if she wants to. Because I think there's no doubt that Adora has been great at taking space. It's been how the team follows up from that has been what has ultimately decided if it's successful or not.
But now this round, unlikely to be successful from Giant X. Sheriffs. I say that. I say that. It's game changers, and realistically, like, they've actually got a pretty good low buy win rate from my memory. I'm probably going to find the stats and be absolutely
mortified
wrong about that. But no, okay, they are in the top 10% of, or yeah, top 10% of teams. So top, what, 2 teams for low buy rates at the moment? That's pretty good. They are good with these weaker weapons, but against SK, a team that has the fundamentals, they've got the outlaw in your face. What does stats even mean?
Doing a lot to draw attention over towards ramp here, but it's just the cipher that they've heard and seen, so they're not necessarily too stressed, knowing that likely just a one-off. However, what they don't expect is Jademar to be following up with this. Drip round the corner stops them from pushing too far, but the issue is going to be they don't need to push around that corner. You're the one that's got to take space from them.
Yeah, I love the idea for Jolene to get set up, but Jadenwar was there trying to push her back. Anita falls over towards B. Fluxy's been anchoring this site down hard. No entry. Jarnex, a little problem to poke towards B to make them think the rotate's going here, but then, yeah, they flip back towards A. Ramps the Prowler, a little bit early. Doesn't spot out the members, but I think Rescue did.
And Rescue's going hunting for it, wrapping around, and they're not expecting such a quick push. And the problem is they have to take down Jelena and Lisa here. Otherwise, they've got no escape from tower. Tethered still to the ceiling. Adora struggles to get onto site. Has now dropped it, but the issue is Spike is so far removed. Rescue around the corner. Now knows where she is with only 12 seconds. She's got to choose her fate. Takes one more down with her. Slide on out, gets one more. Does she have time? 5 seconds. No, she doesn't quite have the opportunity. She has to find this last kill, and Fluxy knows. Fluxy knows not to go anywhere near this situation. And on time alone, SK get a 5th, but you can't help but shed a tear for what could have been for Adora.
What shot she had sliding around with the Neon. Rescue the push-up A main. This is something we'll keep on seeing if Giants go for the Rams control. But it looked like Adora, tethered, almost won the round for her team, but Fluxy's in the moment decision. Avoid, distract, run away. And now we've got to start talking about ultimates, because they are all coming online across the board. Buy up, Giants, they can buy the next round even if they lose. It's the same for SK, but it'll be rough. So now ultimates really starting to come into play. Nightfall from Lisa, great for the retake, and SK have already been strong on the pre-takes.
There you go. Got the all packed away. No need to overcommit. No need to find anything more. All goes out. It's gonna cause a little bit of problem, but they've got Jadenwar scouting on through. Stun goes out. They've not spotted anybody ropes, so Adora can post on up here. Gets caught by the Prowler. Has to put the walls up just to give herself a little bit of safety, but now she's so worried. There was a moment gap there. Rescue could have pushed on up, and Rescue's coming hunting. Knows someone has to be in this room, surely. Adora's waiting for it.
They're both waiting.
Bit of a stalemate here. Who dares makes the first move while Jadenwar's cabbage is about to give it all away.
Yeah, the Seekers are going to spot Rescue. Oh, wait, she pops up!
Just the last second, the patience. Oh, hurts to see. Jolena hits the drop on down. Adora tries to slide on out to safety, but there's no safe haven here on B. Jolena and Flux have made sure of just that. Healing goes on out. Jada looking for a teleport over to the other side, but they haven't cleared this out twice. Stops it. Now they have to commit here to B. There's no time for anything else. Hoping Anva can find something over on this side, but no, with Jadenwar going down. Now it's just Anva left. So far removed from the spike. And now this is the second time we've just had to watch the time tick away. Actually, twice says, I'm going to save you the mercy of another round lost to that, and I'm just going to take you down now.
A great ultimate from Lisa there, as while making sure that the exit was stopped in its tracks. You can see Adora was decayed down from the Nightfall, unable to find anything. I like the idea with Anva's lurk over there towards A with Jada's TP. There's a cool idea there, but they just didn't pull enough rotates towards B. They've done the B fake flip back towards A before, so SK were expecting the same thing to be happening again. Viper's Pit on B shuts down the entry A Giants. They were going this way. They might want to still keep fighting forward. They don't really have the big tools to get through it. Seeker's already used.
I mean, you could go full sort of mutually assured destruction here and counter Viper's Pit, but wouldn't be recommending it.
Yeah,
just
I don't
throwing
think so.
crazy ideas out here because Giant X needs something to give them that spark to catch the rest of this map on fire.
They did do a fake TP over there, so SK are now a bit concerned. They've kept Fluxy there, 2 members keeping this Viper's Pit alive, and Giant X can now crunch it through site because site is empty and Lisa's taken down. B is now open for grabs.
Dora with these slides on out. I need to know how she does it. So
a lot of game
with
time.
it. Just a flash. And now that's a nice opening pick, but they've got to still find someone to go, and they're choosing to fight in towards this Viper's Pit, hoping that Anva can post or not cut these rotates.
Why are they not going through heaven? They had that line secured, but instead they're going this way, and now... Okay, the neural theft. This gives them the info of where Toy is, but she dodges it. She does die. The Viper's Pit goes down.
Roxy's got 2 in the meantime, though, so we're still in the same place that we started. Jada with 1. Adora's desperately trying to find anything to extend this overdrive's life. Jelena waiting on the other side. Dora peeks on out. Now there's a battle going to happen in Garage. Are they expecting rescue here as fast as she is? Oh, a little bit of a spray. They might recognize it, but there's so many different angles to worry about. There are 3 of them here waiting, though. First swing goes out on Jolena. They peek 1 by 1. Adora, though, isn't going to let these 1v1s fall by the wayside. And now Just Rescue giving away her location. Anva from the high ground holds fast. And now we have Giant X getting up to 2 rounds. But still, we said 6-6 didn't feel like enough. But they have to get there still, and they're going to have to make it enough now.
Yeah, 6-6 is the max that they can end this half on. A good round win. The Neural Theft, I wasn't expecting that, but they used it to help reveal the location of Toy. She dodged the initial burst from Adora on the overdrive, but the slide with their finger guns, it's just going to destroy you. Jolena, though, now finally picked up her operator. This is the key of SK's wins so far, is this gun. Their win rate goes up dramatically when she has it. And now it's online. She's not really holding any deep angles, though. SK usually want her to hold something aggressive to take a lot of space. But actually, the rest of SK are doing that themselves.
All back there, they deny these ramp players any opportunity to get a fast and sneaky opening pick there. Oh, head spotted by Jade Moore. Adora slides on in. Again, this space taken, but this time she's not quick enough on the adjustment. Counter dog goes out, re-clear that space, and they're both going to see absolutely nothing. Jademore has to go meet back up with her team. Anva's found 1 in towards Garage. They're looking to crunch in towards B, but Jelena takes down Anita. Jada can't go on forward, push anything more there. Needs to find this pick on Lisa. Does so successfully. Now that site falls. They have to wait for the spike to get on in, which has given SK time to rotate over.
Jelena's got the showstopper, the op, usually difficult. Jada has to find Toy here, and she does. This sets up an advantaged post plant. SK might even run and save now.
Flash goes on in. It's spotted out Jelena. And now, do you even really want to risk it? They've still got so much utility to throw at this. Jelena's having a look at it, though. Yeah, or not, evidently. Forward. Break the tripwire. Showstopper invested. Finds 1. Oh, peeks on out. Trying to get the op out, but hasn't quite cocked the gun in time. And Giant X up to 3 there, punishing SK for mistakes. The mistake of choosing to go toe-to-toe with them, and the mistakes within the attempt.
It's a risky move, but now SK probably going to be shut down to a low by Light Shields. Probably won't cut it. Even a timeout actually used here for the side of the Nebulas to fix this. They've not heard what you said, Affinity. They've not heard that 6-6 is enough. They think that, 8-4 might be where they're looking at this point. Obviously, maybe they could find something special here. The Astral Divide can help a lot on these Thrifties on the defense to be able to get yourselves towards site that little bit easier on the retake. But I'm not expecting them to expend it. Just a possibility.
I mean, talking of expending, the showstopper's gone now.
Yeah, that and losing the operator in that round has made me feel like Giant X might be able to tie this up at the half, which might not be enough. Historically, not enough. But this is a new Giant X, don't forget.
True.
Renewed. Maybe it's enough this time.
The old Giant X can't come to the phone anymore. Do you know why?
Why?
It's they're dead. This is a new GX.
So now we're giving them the Phoenix from the Ashes kind of thing. Is that...
That's not what Phoenix is old school. It's called Run It Back, bro.
Okay, well, there's no Phoenix on the...
There is no
right
Phoenix, which is sad, because we have seen these teams run Phoenix historically on this map.
Yeah, and I do quite like the Phoenix, but regardless, Giant X, attack side, Outlaw from Anva on the lurk. She's got the advantage with that gun. SK could go aggressive onto Adora, once again out in the open by herself.
That Outlaw going to be punishing the fact that they've got no armor. Jademore, a little bit of spam. Actually, spam from Anita's going to be the one that finds the devastating blow. Now, 2-player advantage. Lisa's looking low on health. And whilst they've got some good mid control, it's all a little bit of a trap here for Jada to try find yet another nail to put in your coffin. Anva, round the corner, readying it on up. Lines up the shot. Perfectly done. Twy falls. And now, actually... might not have heard the footsteps there. It's going to be very up close. Shotgun sniping, but no. Now Rescue's picked up that Outlaw, but they've drawn over both of these remaining players just for this A site to be completely vacant.
Yeah, it's open. Spike's going to go down with ease. Yeah, okay, the Outlaw's picked up, but does that really help? Rescue's only going to get a one tap on the body against Jada. That's it. Everyone else from Giant X is sitting pretty healthy. Okay, Jademore gets towards the Seekers. I'm going to pray that SK don't use their own here. Please don't expend it on another retake in a disadvantage that you're unlikely to win because of the guns you've got. Might just see them dying to Spike. Don't want to give Jademore the Seekers too early in the next round.
Shame. Although this is not the attitude of a team that's trying to die to Spike. This is an attitude of a team that's looking for anything they can get, and all they're doing is feeding an already hungry Adora. Jademore goes down, so that is, you know, denying her yet another point towards that ultimate. She still gets one for dying, but
yeah,
she doesn't get the kill before doing so. Lisa does go down to the Spike in the end, but it's all just feeding GX for this ability to come back into the half.
Yeah, this is the snowball that you can see when ultimates come online at the right time. You send your opponent down to an eco very early despite a 4 win streak from their side. And your opponent's made what I would call a mistake in going for that retake when you didn't really need to. You know you've got an even half. You can fight for round 7 after that. But now, SK do have the buy up. They've got the operator back online, Seekers and Astral Divide. I'm expecting them to be used in this round for them to try and get a quick retake or try and get in. Because what we've seen from SK that's worked has been the pre-takes. Taking the site whilst Giant X are execing, isolating Adora, making sure the trades can't come through from the team that does have good fundamentals. And if they can shut that out, well, maybe they can get to their 7th round of the half.
Doing up the numbers towards What goes in, Adora to follow. Scouts getting around the corner, spots only Rescue up top here. Jalena's op rings out. The shells to go in as well, just stop them from following up. Allows Rescue to get into a little bit deeper of a position here. And now they'd have to reclear that space. They decide they don't want to. They're going to head elsewhere.
But Jalena's made the right call already. She's heading over towards B. She thinks that's where Giant X are going. Jada's going to put forward a little bit of a fake. Spotted by the flash. SK, oh, Jada let herself get blinded, so SK keep the rotates here. They're definitely hitting B now.
Goes on round, looking to throw everything they can at this, but Adora tethered, can't chase this up, and Twy in the background finds 2 here. Only 30 seconds, they still need to break onto an ironclad site. Seekers go on out. And now Anva pushing on forward, has to get there before the Seekers do, lest her position be given away, lest she be blinded. Seeker comes from behind, she swings out before it. Jada's got one, now she has to do it all. No, Lisa from behind. And SK finally get that advantage they have been vying for. Giant X now down at the half, regardless of what they can do. And they've got so many ultimates they could have tried to throw at this to keep this going in their favor.
But they've got them this round as well. Getting a 7-5 for this new Giant X, maybe that's enough. I think that's the question we're all asking. We'll see the answer relatively soon. SK's buy is weaker, though. They've got the Guardian on Fluxy. Only ultimate is Astral Divide. Unlikely to see another one unless Jelena hits something nasty with the operator. Oh, Fluxy's gone for the Ares. She's not Silent Soul. What's going on there?
I was going to say, we've seen it picking up a little bit of steam. Did they buff it and I just missed the patch notes? But we'll find out momentarily. Rescue's found the first. That's Adora going down before they even get onto site. And this round feels like it's been cut off at the knees. Rescue waiting. Here's the dog going out. Going to shoot it down. Wall goes up. She's got that layer of security.
It does allow Jademore to get out, though. Relatively scot-free. She's lost her entry, her spearhead, but she's alive. Second flash coming back in 20 seconds as well, so she'll have that for the exec regardless of where Giant X want to go. Ooh, a nice headshot from Fluxy. Does damage. She has the Guardian and the Ares.
Ooh, and she's hot swapping between the two of them. Jademore pops the Seekers, trying to call as much attention as she can over towards that B side. Actually gonna get all of that health back. Well, not all of it, but most of it back for Adva. Anita needs to win this fight, goes down, but the trade game is good. However, they're at a player disadvantage. They can't be going 1-for-1. Jade is looking at another nasty teleport into spawn, and it's a good thing she cancelled because players near enough by that it would have been devastating. Smoke off screens now. They don't know if there's any players still ahead of that now, and there are definitely now that Jolina's jumped on forward. Neural Theft goes over. They've got an idea that Jolina's waiting here. Round the back, Jada finds one, but again, 1-for-1, not good enough right now. Jade Moore wrapped all the way around. Now she has to be quick because the wrap is getting wrapped, and she doesn't look to her right-hand side, but neither does Rescue. Finds one. Spike goes down. Flash goes over. Doesn't spot anything. That means they've got a little bit of window of safety. The swing on out. Floxy and Twy win their individual fights, and the defuse will come on through. SK Nebula leading at the half by 4.
Switching sides.
Seconds
left.
Red Bull gives you wings.
You got that something that all the girls want, all the girls want, all the girls want. Give me that something that all the girls want, all the girls want, all the girls want. You got that something that all the girls want.
And 8-4 where we left off. It's where we pick back up. And SK have the lowest pistol win rate of all of these teams. But I mean, is it even going to matter? If they can steal one here, well, it'll be smooth sailing for them. Giant X. And Adora that was taking space but unsupported. Now the defense side changes things a little bit, but still we're seeing a little bit of a mismatch. Some of the habits of group stage maybe creeping back in.
Yeah, too many first deaths for Adora. She was out on A site alone twice, dying without anyone following her up. And that might be down to her, it might be down to the system. But now on the defense, the retakes and the early round aggression are where that could fall flat for Giant X. They re-clear mid aggressively as a group. The fundamentals are there. They spot nothing. So they move towards A, and that's where SK are going.
Taps through the smoke have been dodged. They're creeping up in towards tower. Jade Moore here to greet them at the door. A little quiet on Twitter, but she's not quiet in the server. Finds the first, falls back, gonna get the reload on in. Has Adora here to help. Dynamic duo goes on out. Horn broken as to avoid letting anyone see the Anvers here. But Fluxy's making a little bit of commotion in mid. That's calling over Anita, who needs to win this fight. Fluxy doesn't even entertain the fact that somebody could still be on B coming her way. Anva going aggressive here, looking to re-clear. Jolina there finds the equalizing pick, kind of giving that one away. I'd say daylight robbery, but the security systems were disabled, so sort of just taken from underneath them. Now, re-clear through sewer, and they're silent about this, and the timing on this means that they're going to be way quicker over to the site than SK could even realise.
This is a quick and silent flank, unexpected SK. They've gone for this kind of thing themselves, but Giant X are so speedy on this.
Up low, but they get the plant on down now, ready to go. So reactive they're gonna have to be, and now they know the danger, now they know the pressure. Jolina, Lisa both find theirs, but Jade Raw, oh, she's making it happen. Now just one player remaining is spotted. Jolina tries to get the tap off but is not quite going to find anything. And she walks into the headshot. Jade War, a leader in every aspect of the words. And now Giant X, they take a much needed pistol round. They don't have to rely on those second round disruptions, and the Red Bull clutch kicks off this half.
Oh, Jade Moore, she's heating up. She's coming online. The first half was a little bit rough, but though that 4K, wow. She is here, ready to fight, to help to take her team up to that at least minimum 3rd place spot. A little bit of miscommunication there maybe from SK. The nade being thrown whilst another was peaked means the trade isn't possible. And SK have gone for the force, the stinger buy on the attack side.
Ooh.
You see the pings on the map, they're going to be. That's where the Cypher setup is. Are they ready for this, or can Giant X shut it down before it gets to sight? Because you know they're going to burst as soon as they move. It's going to be so quick.
One-way smoke, and Jade Moor's holding for it as well. Waiting for even a leg to be spotted. Dancing on the angle, playing on her phone, put Subway Surfers away. You've got Valorant to be playing. Now, Rescue pushes on forward. Flash goes round the corner, forces Jada back. The paranoia is good, but still, she knows she's getting overwhelmed. They've heard the stingers. Now they are so aware that there are weapons in hand. This changes the plan because they've got to be careful. Twy is already ahead, waiting for Adora. Now, Anva needs to hold on to this space, knows that they've got to keep the long range against these SMGs. Jada's found hers as well. Running on forward. Rescue and Twy from the heavens find more. And it's crumbling apart their feet. This drop down has been heard. Anita knows there's somebody here, but there's so many players to clear out. There's the first. Fluxy waiting behind the boxes. Twy holding this angle, but now has to reposition. Try play off of each other with only 2 of them remaining now. Anita's let her presence be known up top, and that's called attention away from Jade War a little bit. They've isolated fights. 1v1s, and Anita's won out hers. 1v2 now. Twy, so much pressure on her. Time's running low, and health even lower. Anita finds her 3rd, and Giant X closing this gap up. They deal with the force buy, and they buy themselves a moment of breathing room.
SK had that in their hands, and you see here as they drop towards sight, they forget the spike. It stays up on the high ground. They can't reach it. And with Anita holding down the heavens, there's no chance for SK to get back into the round. And that was a force. They'd usually be able to buy in this round, but they can't. Sheriffs only. The rifles come out next. And Giant X are probably going to get this unless SK can find something special and not forget the fundamentals of the game, the objectives, the spike, like they did before. They're heading over towards B. Anva, Phantom in hand, Trips ready to stop them in their tracks.
Cypher setup is all ready to go. Will get spotted. Chooses to stand and fight there. The one-way gives a little bit of protection. Waiting. There you go, they managed to get around the side. They're already ahead of the smoke. Jada, lovely, cold, clinical shot here. Jada finds her 2nd now, and that sends Lisa scurrying now in towards mid. Adora, cheeky peek on out, face first with the judge. No way to back around, shoots in the body a little bit. Now Adora has self-admitted that there's a little bit of body spamming between her and SK, but ready for a little bit more. Jade War finds hers, and it's a flawless round to get Giant X up to 7.
Clean, crisp, and they close up this gap. Jada, looking like the Jada of stage 2 here. So easily flicking to the heads, and you know, you love it. Adora's spamming the body, she's spamming everyone with that judge, taking them out of the round. And SK, because of that force, because of the eco, because of the lack of kills in this half, light shields on most, an eco round in the next most likely. They've got to win this round. Adora out in the open once again. Jada gets the trade at least.
Messy way to start this out. And I'm not sure if they didn't expect anyone to be A, but not sure what the intent was. It falls by the wayside. Door gets taken down, and actually with that smoke coming out, that's SK's cues to pack up, leave, try somewhere else. Now, bit of mid-presence already being gathered. They've just been pretty diligently holding this, and Anita's been content to let them have the space.
There's no need to go super aggressive. Your only real info actively is that Sky Flash, and it's spotted nothing.
That's such a misleading information tidbit to have been fed there. And now Jademar waiting. Now knows that information could be a little bit old. Has spotted at least one. Falls back. Calling Jada over to help. Needs to find something. But with Jada going down, has to be Jademar to anchor down this site. Round the corner she gets to before finally being taken out. Done it. Enough. 2 versus 2. Now rescue. This is going to clear out screens and it will catch just Anita. Still no information on Anva. That might be their saving grace. But with both of them heading screens, eyes are here anyway. Smoke comes out. They're looking just to swing wide, swing fast. Flash around the corner. Fluxy's waiting to activate. Activates at just the right time, but it's rescue that steals the kill. Just Anva out now. Both find their marks and SK retains their lead.
It was close. The retake felt like it could have been on, but Gianix couldn't drag it over the line. They've built up a bank though. They can buy in this next. They've got the Seekers to help try and convert, try and help gather that information, cover the gaps that they are missing, because they've only got that binary ping of the Sky Flash. This helps to supplement and allow Gianix to rotate to the right sides of the map if they want to in the mid-round. For now though, Adora looks like another swing out towards A, this time from ramps.
Can hear so much noise. Smokes come up. She's just fighting for her life. Jalena's bounced her way on up into an awkward position. So much pressure put on Adora. Able to find one, but rescue finds 2 from nowhere. I don't even know if she sees Jademar. Doesn't need to though. Player coming up ropes. Oh, just gets spotted. Jada lucky to be able to walk away alive here. Recalibrates, regroups with Anva, but honestly might just be looking to save here.
Right there.
Yeah, I mean, Gianix, you can try and find some damage. You know that these players can play in disadvantaged situations, and I think they're going to hunt for it. Take guns away, cause damage to SK if you can.
Their money's in a volatile state. If you can rub some salt in the wounds, that's great, but your own money's not looking too much better. They're waiting, but no one's given her even a pixel to spray at.
Discipline. +2, draw a card. Wait, sorry, I was playing the wrong game there. Absolute discipline there, though, from SK to not feed away any more ult points. They would probably look